Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
And welcome. Hopefully everybody is doing amazing on this wonderful Wednesday. If you don't know, you are with the Hello LLC in the Hello Plaza in Metaverse. That no, you don't need VR headsets to come and join us. And as you all saw us yesterday, you can join us in the Metaverse and you can become part of our Engage, Earn, and Redeem with all the gamification that we've now put into the Hello Plaza, where you guys can come and join us and earn products and services from the Hello LLC. We don't want your money. We want your time for you to come and experience what the metaverse is about. I was literally having a conversation with one of our Pivot members earlier, and she was like, David, I think that this year is going to be a huge change for the metaverse, and that, people are slowly but surely, starting to get and understand, this metaverse and this concept of how these things are working. And I said, yes. And I said, guess what? The people that don't get it and don't understand that we are moving from fax to email to actually email and continue to still want to utilize this old technology, this old way of doing business, they're going to find themselves in a lot of trouble. And especially for today's title, Meditation Made Simple, the key facts of balance and productivity, people have to understand that, look, we are making this shift, and this is balancing out the way that we can be productivity, the way that we can really be able to connect and engage with each other utilizing this platform. And it takes us to be willing to learn these new things and do these new things. And more importantly, be able to say yes, right? And that's something that we continuously showcase with you all, is really be able to adapt to these new technologies, to these new methods, and making a change, making a switch at the end of the day. And that's what it's really all about. So we want to invite you guys to go to the HelloLLC.io, our biz in a box, more than a website. It is our smart link into all the things that we do, and hit that big blue button that says Hello Plaza. And it literally will take you to go and download an app. And you know what? Instead of me talking about it, let's share with you guys a video that we put together that literally can show you how to enter the metaverse. Here we go.
So I want to show you how easy it is to get into the metaverse from your actual phone or your laptop or iPad. You're going to be able to follow the same process. So what you're going to do first is you're going to go to the HelloLLC.io, our wonderful biz in a box, more than a website, and experience into our smart link. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to find a big button that says Hello Plaza. And when you find that button, you're going to see it and you're going to press it just like that one time. And it's going to take you to a different web page where you're going to hit play. And then it's going to ask you if you want to download an actual app, and you're going to hit open. And you're going to say yes. And then you're going to download this simple app. Now that this app has completely downloaded, you're going to hit open. And you're going to say allow to paste. Guess what? Boom. It is now uploading you into the Hello Plaza. This is how you enter into the metaverse from your phone or your laptop or your iPad. And my friends, this is the future.
And so, boom, that right there was a great way for you guys to press those buttons on those cell phones, on those laptops, on those iPads, and come in here and join us. And guess what? The deal still holds. The first 5 people that come in here, take a screenshot, post it on their social media, tag at the Hello LLC. We're going to give you access into our Pivot membership valued at $27 a month. You get a one-on-one consultation with Tara and I. You'll get access to our membership platform. You'll get all these goodies and ways that you can increase and pivot your business and monetize your business, as well as we'll throw in some extra goodies for you as well. So definitely come in here, join the conversation, and be a part of this conversation. But we're going to keep this party rocking and rolling as we talk about meditation made simple. And yes, we're talking about that M word that a lot of us try to avoid, a lot of us try to get away from. But really today, we want to be able to help you guys understand, especially as we continue demystifying meditation with Dr. Joe Dispenza into the scientific transformation power of meditation. And we're not just sharing this with you guys just to, we found a YouTube video and now we're going to play it. No, this is something that Tara and I have been doing for at least the last 8 years, meditating and seeing the value that it has done for us and really helping us out with the subconscious mind, right? Helping us break from the old ways of being, that trauma, that drama, if we choose to be, right? Having mindfulness and being aware, brainwave in the states of, when you are mad, when you are happy, understanding where the brain takes place and where it goes, reducing stress and anxiety. I've shared with you guys multiple times that meditation for me helps me not slap the shit out of somebody, right? And more importantly, slap my own self and self-sabotage myself in my own life. And that's what happens to a lot of us if we do take the time to meditate and separate the body from the mind. Because if you don't do that, then those two things start colliding with each other. And before you know it, your subconscious and your brain has taken over the body and you have no clue what's going on. And so this is really where it allows the coherence between also your brain and your heart at the end of the day. Meditation helps that synchronization between the brain, the heart, and leading to emotional coherence, which enhances our mental clarity and well-being on a daily basis in all aspects of our life. And so that's what I'll share, from the very beginning. Tara, you have anything you want to add to this?
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday. And you know what Wednesday means. We're going to talk Wisdom Wednesday. So today's conversation is about meditation. And I have to just share, some beginner 101 things about meditation. And I share this from the perspective that these are things that I suffered with or I dealt with when beginning. And so here's a little bit about my meditation journey. I was first introduced to meditation when I was like 8 years old. My father wanted me to sit down in the recliner. He had his recliner. He's like, sit in your mom's recliner. He's like, let's meditate. And I thought he was speaking gibberish. I had no clue what he was talking about when it came to meditation. That was too woo-woo for me in my 8-year-old mind. And I had no clue. To the fact that when my mom got home that night, I followed her down to the bedroom while she was changing into her evening clothes and was like, Mom, Dad made me sit in the recliner next to him in your recliner today. And we had to do this thing called meditation for 10 minutes where we sat there and didn't talk with our eyes closed. And we didn't, all I could do is think about things. And I was, trying to be still. And I said, was that normal? And she chuckled because my father was somebody who was very much into modalities and more of a natural sense of healing instead of, kind of like, well, just cover it with a Band-Aid or taking a pill. And so that was my first introduction to meditation, and I thought it was crazy. I remember that summer we did it many times, and it was really helpful in that capacity, but I didn't understand it, right? Okay, so fast forward to my adult life when I was in my 20s and going through, as we are growing and glowing through our 20s, And my mentors, who are actually the two owners of the business that I worked for, would share with me that, you need to start probably embracing some meditation. This would help you. And again, I was back to that's woo-woo, that's a woo-woo side of things. Like, that doesn't make, okay, that's fine, that's cute, that's adorable, that works for you, but it's not going to work for me. And then fast forward into my 30s, and that's when, about 10 years ago, it was taking meditation seriously. And what do I mean by taking meditation seriously? I started to realize the science behind it, and that was because of Dr. Joe Dispenza, right? I saw him on a Ed Milet video that Ed Milet was interviewing him. I think it was like the second or third interview that Ed Milet had done with Dr. Joe. And the beautiful thing about it was the simple thing that Dr. Joe was explaining the science behind meditation, and that is what got my attention. I had all these other people who I trusted and I loved, my father, my mentors, sharing with me the value of doing meditation and why I would want to, how it would help me. But to be very frank, because I was a science and a math kind of person, and to me, if you can, show me like, wow, 1 + 1 = 2, then I'm all for it. But me taking someone else's advice and just because, oh, this is what it's going to do for me, well, how would they know what it would do for me? So I wasn't so much sold on when people told me it would be a great thing. So today, while we're having this conversation, I understand people who might not be sold on the fact, because David and Tara are sitting here telling you how wonderful it's been for us and how wonderful it's been for all of our mentors and people before us that have shared this and all of these conversations, right? So I get it. I get it when people kind of give you the side eye and go, okay, whatever, because I did the same thing. So then when I started practicing meditation and Dr. Joe got my attention, I remember sitting down to do meditations and I felt like I was doing them wrong. And that this is why I never did them in the past, because I was doing it wrong. Well, everybody's going to feel that way the first few times they do it, because at the end of the day, you don't know what meditation feels like. This is something new. As David shared with you, you're telling your body to do something new. Dr. Joe shared with us in the last conversation last week that you're telling your body, no, we're going to sit here and do something. We're not going to get up and need to go do the dishes. We're not going to go make that list of groceries that you need. We're not going to go through all the to-dos that you have. We're going to sit here and we're going to focus on this. We're going to listen to this. We're going to do this instead. And as David shared, separating that mind from the body. And so a lot of people stop because they think they're doing it wrong. I know that because I did too. So I then, part of my journey here, moved into what they call transcendental meditation. And I discovered transcendental meditation, which I was like, oh yeah, I'm all for that, because I actually go to like a little 4-day class where they kind of teach you what it feels like. And that for me was a big thing. I'm still a fan of transcendental meditation. I'm a fan of Dr. Joe's meditation. I'm a fan of, a lot of people's meditation, because I think there's value in all types and different ways of meditation. And for me, in my view, after learning transcendental meditation and the fundamentals of it and the background and like some ancient history tied to it, it allowed me to have a full understanding and kind of what to expect. And then I realized, there's nothing really to expect. We put so much emphasis on us as humans to say, it has to feel like this. You're not doing it right if you're not doing it this way. If you're not, balancing on your right leg while your left leg is crossed over your front knee and you're touching your nose with your right hand and the top of your head with your left hand while your eyes are closed, you're not doing it right. No. And that's why I think a lot of people might also be discouraged away from meditating, or, even being open to meditation and not thinking, oh, it's all woo woo. Because guess what? I've had this conversation with my brother who's older than me, and he looks at me like I got 17 years and 14 eyeballs. Like, he's like, what is my sister doing and talking about? And I get it, because I too was the same way when Dad would talk to me about it. And so, my mom, even sharing with her, she's like, oh yeah, I used to meditate all the time. She doesn't now, but she used to love doing and practicing meditation while she was in the working America, corporate America, because it brought her solace solitude and peace, and it reduced stress. So I share that because I hope that resonates with a few people that are listening, whether you're listening to us live right now or you're going to come back and listen to this amazing conversation later. It's a beautiful way to understand that there's not a certain way that you should feel. There's still days that I sit down to meditate and I'm going through the laundry list of everything I need to do. Okay, I got to do this for this client, this for this client. Oh, I need to do this for us. I'm going through everything and thinking, oh, I should get up and go start laundry. I should, go clean this. I should go do that. Oh, I need to do the dishes. All of these things that go through all of our heads. I too do that. And I just last week when I sat down to do some meditation, I found myself going through that same thing. And so we have to understand that this is a ongoing and growing relationship with yourself, and understanding how to separate the mind from the body and the body from the mind. And now that it's taken me 2, 3, 4 years listening to Dr. Joe talk about what he's going to talk about today and the amazing conversation that we're going to share from him. It to me, he would say, separate your mind from your body. And I still would sit there going, what the heck are you talking about? Separate your mind from your body, right? And so I share that in all humility to hope that resonates with some people today, kind of saying, I keep on hearing about this meditation thing. Or if you are meditating and you feel like you're doing it wrong, you're not doing it wrong. The fact that you're taking time to sit down and actually do it is huge. And guess what? I want everybody to understand. You also there's not just one form of meditation where you just like sit down and you listen to a guided meditation, or you don't listen to anything, or you listen to music, maybe some sort of drums or something that brings you a meditative state. You can do walking meditations where you can just be with nature. You can go sit out underneath a tree and just observe nature. Meditation is where you stop and you're intentional at being present. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, the power of meditation and the value of how many, ways to do meditation, because not everybody's built the same, right? We're not all built the same in the sense of like, I sat down and I sat still real well. Some people might be like, hey, Tara, I got bad ADHD. Okay, well then go do a walking meditation, right? Be intentional about your walk and what you're thinking about. Those are all different types. And so before I pass this back to Mr. Jones here, some facts about the benefits of meditation is that studies have shown via MRI scans that regular meditation increases the gray matter volume in your brain. Those areas, that gray matter is associated with better memory, faster, quicker, easier learning, and emotional regulation. I'm just going to say emotional regulation. I say that for myself because as a Cancer, as a woman who's in her 40s, changing her hormones, emotions regulation is one of the greatest things that this helps me understand and maintain. Not maintain, but to be able to understand why it is good and helpful and useful to me and what it does for me, right? I had to chuckle the other day. I was watching a TikTok, and this is a part of the emotional regulation factor here. And in the TikTok was an influencer who was talking about how she is going through a bunch of hormonal changes in her life as well. And the days that she feels like she's about to snap, crack, and pop, she takes magnesium. And I laughed because that's myself. Between the two M's, magnesium, meditation, those really help me as a young lady to be able to regulate those emotional regulations and to understand that I'm increasing that brain matter, right? The stress reduction is significant, and that has been scientifically proven that the reduction in cortisol is actually
Yeah, great share, especially with showcasing the facts and then being able to put your own story and your own, actual, should I say, experience behind it so other people can understand it. And the crazy thing is that more people should be in this room listening to us, because a lot of their issues, a lot of their problems that they're wondering what's going on, why it's going on, meditation could definitely help them, point them in the right direction and give them the right, uh, message that they're looking for at the end of the day. Because when you do, and when you are able to sit your body down and really start paying attention, things start, coming into place. And so before we get to playing this video, some of the key aspects that we want you guys to understand throughout this episode that we're going to play for you is personal transformation. Change comes from within. We've shared this story with you guys multiple times that nothing changes until you're willing to change. You can tell somebody 100 times, hey, please don't do this, please don't do that. And until they don't do that and they decide they don't want to do that, and it's not going to happen. And more so, not because you want them to, because they want to, and vice versa for their own life, your life. Nothing is going to change unless you change it. And this goes to the second thing, power of our thoughts. We share with you guys multiple times that we think to ourselves 60 to 80,000 times a day. And 80% of those things are negative. And this idea that your thoughts shape your reality. When you start thinking differently, you begin to feel differently. And when you feel differently, you start acting differently. So the key is to our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions are interconnected between all three of those. And then changing your thought, your patterns, right? And really rewriting your brain and shifting your habits is key. And so really being able to catch those thoughts. And that's what meditation allows you to do. It really allows us to slow down, especially when you hear yourself say, oh, I'm going to try. You guys know our stand behind trying. You're either doing or you're not trying, or you're not accomplishing. Excuses or execution. Pick one of the two. And a lot of the times we don't understand the power of our thought by selling ourselves short with these excuses, with these, reasons, which goes to, releasing these old patterns. When you start becoming more aware of how you're reacting, how you're being, you start getting rid of those old habits that then cause this mindset shift, right? That we continuously talk about. That it's just not going to happen over one meditation. So many people, even for myself, when I start meditating, it was, I got to do this. I got this itch here. I got that. I got to get up and do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. And it's just, it's a mind shift of really being able to sit down and require the mind to, really wander off and not get you out of your mode of meditating and believing that your abilities, right, are growth mindset and understanding that it's already done. That's the biggest thing that we share with you guys, is believing that it's already done, to break free from those past chains, those past ways of doubting ourselves, those self-sabotaging ways that we really, have to be able to create a new future, our future together. And so that's really what we want to share with you guys, and uncovering this information and showcasing this amazing video to you guys as we move forward. So definitely, we want to thank you all for joining us in the Hello Plaza today, from our Facebook, from our LinkedIn, from our YouTube, from our Twitch, from our X, from Instagram. Thank you all for joining us. And of course, we're on some other social audio platforms as well. But definitely, you guys, write in the comment, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this later, drop us in the comment, give us a like on YouTube, give us a like on any social audio app that you're joining us on, and put it in the comments. We'll definitely respond back and get back to you guys. But without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to play these amazing videos, and we're really going